Good morning and welcome back to Community Couch Time, a daily talk show where we talk about things that are important, things that are happening in our community, in our state, in this country, and internationally. Oftentimes, the topics that we discuss are ones that others aren't talking about. And the question is, why aren't we? And so now a word from Ms. Wallace.
Good morning, great minds and good people. I'm Miss Tiffany Wallace, and thank you for having me for Community Couch Time. Now, let's start the discourse.
Good morning. Welcome back to Community Couch Time. Today is an extra special day. I mean, like a really extra special day. We are here together with, of course, Ms. Wallace, and we also have Ms. CECILY MYART-CRUZ. Woo! This is very exciting. Amazing mujer, amazing woman who is the president of this really amazing, large, huge teachers union, United Teachers Los Angeles. And so we invited her here today because just as this week, there have been many amazing firsts, right? She's also an amazing first. So we were inspired by thinking about how, Reverend Warnock is the first Black senator from the South ever. That's like such a huge celebration. He needs to be definitely not the last. We have these amazing Native peoples who this year, well, in November, they went on horseback riding to the polls to make sure that we had other firsts in office, including Kamala Harris, who is our first, Black biracial vice president ever. And, whether or not you agree with her politics, it's still pretty amazing. And so we were inspired to invite CECILY MYART-CRUZ on because, we wanted to see, how do you feel about all of these amazing things, these amazing firsts, like Kamala Harris?
Yes. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you, Ms. Cardona and Ms. Wallace for having me. And hi, everyone. Couch. I love students, and I always have to give reverence to students because I feel like students are what ground me in my work. So yeah, what an amazing first. Politics aside, it's something pretty special. To see someone who looks like me as the second most powerful woman in the United States, second most powerful person in the United States, and she's a woman, and she's biracial, and she's Black, and she's Southeast Asian. It's like such a kaleidoscope of things that have come together. And as a biracial woman myself, Black and Latina, I understand what it means to be the first at something, and representation matters. I thought about it this week around, back in the day when there was such a thing called Cabbage Patch dolls. My dad loved them. And if you don't know, you'll have to Google them. They were these, and they had names and everything. And I remember I wanted a Cabbage Patch doll, and my dad set out for weeks and months to try to find a Black Cabbage Patch doll. And they didn't make enough. They didn't have enough. They didn't make enough. And, I remember my dad saying, Cess, there wasn't enough. And like I said, representation matters. It wasn't until I was, an adult that I saw someone in a story on, at the movie theater that looked like me, and, having that experience also with my son, when Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse came out, he was like, Mom, Miles Morales looks like me. And I was like, yes. And so, that kind of where you see yourself mirrored back, then you know that anything is truly possible, that you could actually have those dreams and those thoughts, because now that I saw it, I can be it too.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing to think about.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Absolutely. Representation matters. And that takes us to our Community Couch Time Daily Journal question. CECILY spoke of how her father really made an attempt to find her a black Cabbage Patch doll. Now, if you were a kid when those were a big thing, like I was, you know that Cabbage Patch dolls were pretty important to have. And so to see one that looks just like you is really quite powerful. And so we see a lot of times that people who have an identity like us, whatever that identity is that's important to us, oftentimes aren't represented. So the Community Couch Time Daily Journal question is, where would you like to see folks with identities like your own represented so that you can see yourself in? Let us know. We're interested.